Welcome back or just plain welcome. This is the second part of this series. If you haven't seen the first part, I highly suggest you watch that first for context. It will be linked in the description. For those wondering, this starts in mid-late December, after the practice game with Dave Tech. Stay until the end of the video for some announcements. Holy hell. Thank you so much for 200 plus subscribers. I plan on doing a sub special. More on that after the video. Or just check the description. Anyways, let's get into it. A little author's note before we start. I was writing this, then all my progress was deleted. But then it was resurrected. But I like this version better. Well, you live and learn. Remember to save your progress, kids. Now without further ado, let's get to it. Trigger warning, content warning. There are mentions of Christmas, I say child labor laws once, minor violence. Yamaguchi couldn't stop thinking about the conversation he just had. This was bad. It was probably fine though. How was he supposed to know that Nishinoya was right there? Plus the photo was really low quality. But it was a problem. Because it was Nishinoya. Especially because it was Nishinoya who found out. And considering that it was him, this would probably be the topic for all his conversations for the next week or so. He could see it now. Hey guys. Remember that ghoul I saw the other night? I stared death in the face and laughed. I bet that ghoul was a terrible piece of shit. I hope they died. Okay, so, maybe that last one was a stretch. But still. His feelings were warranted. He thinks. He let out a groan as he buried his face in his pillow. He found himself scrolling through the conversation, contemplating, when he got a message from Tsukishima. Private message, Tsukishima and Yamaguchi. Hey Yamaguchi. Talked it over with my folks. Is tomorrow at 7 good? Should be. I don't think mom has work. Great. I'll tell them. Can't wait to see you, Tsuki. You see me practically every day. Still. Yeah. Can't wait to see you too. Okay. That was good. He could totally use tomorrow as an escape from everything. Yamaguchi forced himself out of bed. He had a bit to do today, so best to get that over with. He walked downstairs. No one there. Mom was probably at work already. If she even got home successfully. Nope. Everything was fine. His mom was fine. She was, right? To make sure, he checked the fridge. The meat from last night was gone, thank fucking God. He breathed a sigh of relief as he walked out the door. He tried not to think as he made his way to Shimada Mart. Tadashi. Ready to get started? You know it. Yamaguchi went out back with Shimada. It was December 12th. About 17 days until January. From there, 5 days to Nationals. God, it was not easy to think about. But, for now, all he could do was work. Work his hardest. Work his best. He was glad he had someone like Shimada to work with. A mentor. He was like the father figure he never really got or had the chance to have. It was nice. Had he really been missing out on this for the past 11 years, was it now? That was a pitiful thought to think. You ready for January? Yamaguchi wasn't surprised by the question. In all honesty, he had expected it. He shrugged. I guess. I mean, it's Tokyo. And we're gonna be in the same building as a lot of powerhouses. Only powerhouses, honestly. And we'll be playing against those powerhouses. I know it might just be wishful thinking, but I think we're gonna do good. Yamaguchi felt a slap on his back and he wheezed out. You mean you will do good? Don't sell yourself short, Tadashi. Now come on. Let's keep working. Right. January 5th. Maybe. It wasn't that scary after all. The Yamaguchis found themselves on the Tsukishima's doorstep. Hoshi, Tadashi. It's great to see you two again. It's been far too long. It really has. It's great to see you too. Good to see you, Ms. Tsukishima. Kei is in his room. Why don't you go ahead? Thank you, Ms. Tsukishima. Yamaguchi went to Tsukishima's room, practically kicking down the door as he entered. I'm here now. Tsukishima visibly jolted as he snapped his head to the door. Jesus Christ, Yamaguchi. Don't scare me like that. Heh. Sorry, Tsuki. Yamaguchi sauntered over to Tsukishima's bed, flopping down on top of the overgrown blonde. Geez. Give a man some warning next time. Oh ho ho. Next time you say. Shut up. Yamaguchi fixed himself so that he was now lying on his back, legs dangling off the edge of the bed. He turned his attention to Tsukishima as he put his book down. Something was crawling at the back of Yamaguchi's throat. Something he wanted to say, but couldn't find the words. No. The voice too. He had the words. They just got stuck in his throat. He wanted to tell Tsukishima so bad. He had the right to know. Hey. Oh, sorry. You first. Tsukishima hesitated. Perhaps, he was trying to perfectly tailor his words. Well, are you okay? What do you mean? I mean, you've been acting weird. Like, it seems that once every month you just seem irritable and, just on edge. Wow. Thanks. I'm serious. Are you okay? Yamaguchi sat upright, taking a deep breath. Just as he opened his mouth. Boys. Dinner. Coming. Let's go Tsuki. Right. The two boys walked out and into the dining room. As Tsukishima pulled out a chair, he looked around and towards the door. Yamaguchi's attention fell on an extra plate. Isn't Dad supposed to be here? Afraid he's going to be a bit late. That's a shame. I was looking forward to seeing him. Despite her words, Yamaguchi heard the relief in his mom's voice. Right. The reason he couldn't tell Tsukishima. Ghoul Countermeasures Law, Article 88. Persons harboring or otherwise preventing the arrest of a ghoul will be severely punished. Ghoul Countermeasures Law, Article 119. Human involvement in harboring or preventing the arrest of a ghoul is an offense punishable by the death penalty. Before you could walk, you learned these rules. Ingrained in your memory. Yamaguchi wouldn't dream of putting Tsukishima or anyone else in danger. The table was filled with light conversation, everyone about halfway through their meal, when the door could be heard opening. Yoko stood, heading to the door. Hello love. How was work? It was fine. Smells great. What did you make? Your favorite. Yoko was the first to leave the hall and enter Yamaguchi's line of sight. Followed by none other than Koki Tsukishima. Hoshi, Tadashi. It's great to see you too. Hoshi stood, offering a bow. It's great to see you too. Please do forgive me for my tardiness. Work ran late. Oh, it's fine. Business is business after all. Koki gave a chuckle. With that, you are right. Please excuse me as I take a moment to gather my bearings. As Tsukishima's dad walked away, Yamaguchi's eyes fluttered to that familiar silver briefcase. He quickly snapped his gaze away as to not linger. Yamaguchi's mom sat back down, returning to the meal. It's great to see him. I'm glad he made it while we were still here. I think so too. Yamaguchi smiled at their conversation as he brought his chopsticks up to his mouth. He swallowed. How disgusting. So Dad. How was work today? It was fine. Not much really happened. How was your day? It was fine. And you my love? It was nice, dear. And what about you too? Yamaguchi felt a jolt trail down his spine when Koki's gaze was turned on him. He always felt that Koki knew, or at least had his suspicions. But considering the fact that he and his mom weren't dead, Koki probably didn't know. We've been good. That's nice to hear. How has work been? It's been going well too. We're able to keep things afloat. You know, if you ever need help, we're right here. Thank you for the offer, but we're fine. Yamaguchi did his best to drown out the conversation that was happening. He didn't really like talking about things like this, in such a domestic setting. He stared down at his plate, not sure if he would be able to stomach any more. He felt sick. He looked towards the clock. 8:03. Had it really been that long? He turned his attention back to the table, adding his 2 cents in whenever he saw fit, until it was time to leave. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for having us. You're coming over for Christmas, right? As we always do. As the adults were finishing up their conversation, Yamaguchi and Tsukishima stood off to the side. So, January is like 16 days away. Yep. You ready? Tsukishima sighed. Nope. Well, I can't tell exactly how it's going to go, but I know we're gonna do great. Who knows? Maybe we'll make it into the top 10 in the nation. Wishful thinking, but that is a nice thought. Whoa. Since when did you become so passionate about volleyball? Shut up, Yamaguchi. Heh. Sorry, Tsuki. Tadashi, are you ready to go? Oh yes. Goodbye. Goodbye, guys. Get home safe. Yes. Goodbye. See ya tomorrow. Yamaguchi gave them all a smile and waved as he walked out the door. Oh. It's snowing. The weeks passed by quickly. They practiced. They celebrated Kageyama's birthday. Yamaguchi had to force Tsukishima to attend. Then, break started. And Christmas. It was snowing as the Yamaguchis walked. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you all too. Please, come in. The two went inside, taking off their shoes, and headed to the living room. Ah. Hoshi. Tadashi. It's great to see you too. Oh, Akitaru. It's been too long. Hoshi went over and gave Akitaru a hug. You've grown so much since I last saw you. You sound like my aunt. I've met your aunt. That's a compliment. Yamaguchi smiled at the scene as he sat on the couch next to Tsukishima. Merry Christmas, Tsuki. You too. Geez. Would it kill you to have a little enthusiasm? Yes, actually. Ag. You wound me. Yamaguchi dramatically acted as if he had been stabbed in the chest as he slid off the couch and laid on the floor. This earned a laugh from Tsukishima. Whoa. Did I get the great Tsukishima-K to laugh? Shut up, nerd. Says the wannabe paleontologist. Wow. Such a low blow. Yamaguchi smiled softly as he got back up and sat on the couch. Now will you say it back? Tsukishima rolled his eyes. Merry Christmas, Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi let out a little cheer. See? Was that so hard? Perhaps it was. Oh, hush you. Whatever, Mom. Yamaguchi chuckled as the conversation shifted, including everyone. The time was filled with cheer, a few dumb arguments, and gift exchange. Here you go, Tsuki. Yamaguchi. I told you I didn't need anything. Yet. But did you get me something? Yes. But. Yamaguchi cut him off with laughter. Ha! You hypocrite. Shut up and take your gift. Tsukishima shoved a package into Yamaguchi's face. Yamaguchi was caught off guard as the package fell onto his lap. Once he gathered his senses, he handed Tsukishima his gift. Here, open yours first. It seemed like Tsukishima was about to object, but with the expression on Yamaguchi's face, he gave a sigh. All right. Yamaguchi was fidgeting in his seat as Tsukishima opened his gift. Do you like it? I've been trying to find this album for so long. How'd you get it? Tsu, is that a yes? Of course it's a yes, dumbass. But seriously, how? I have my ways. Wow. That helps so much. Heh. Here, let me open my gift. All right. Hope you like it. Yamaguchi opened the gift, slightly tearing the paper. Watsuki. You shouldn't have. Like, really. You shouldn't have. It's too expensive. It's really not that bad. I don't mind. Can I hug you now? Tsukishima sighed, opening his arms. Yamaguchi smiled as he held Tsukishima in a lung-crushing grip. Ag. Yamaguchi. Too tight. Sorry, Tsuki. Yamaguchi loosened his grip, giving Tsukishima a smile. A little bit after the Yamaguchis left, heading to the second location of the night. Goodbye, you two. Please, get home safe. Especially at night. There are some dangerous ghouls running around. Yes. We'll stay safe. Bye now. Goodbye. From there, the Yamaguchis took a train to the city. To Setsuzoku. As a celebration, be it a birthday or some other important thing, they always went to Setsuzoku for some extra meat for the month. And coffee. Ah. Tadashi. Hoshi. Hey guys. Hello, Amila. Are your parents here? Let me go grab them. Amila Hirano. Her family ran Setsuzoku. She was also Yamaguchi's first friend. She was nice, supportive, and extremely energetic. Maybe she and Hinata would get along nicely. Ah. Hoshi. Tadashi. It's great to see you too. It really is. I hope you had a good Christmas. We did. Emila's parents were also very nice. Good people. All of them. As per usual, the adults were talking, so the children started conversations of their own. Hey Dashi. How ya doing? I'm doing well. You? I'm doing just fine. Emila was older than Yamaguchi, being in what would be her 3rd year. She was homeschooled, that way she had less of a chance of being caught by the CCG. She also had more time to work. She was paid for her labor though. No child labor laws violations today. Yamaguchi had considered getting a job at Setsuzoku. I mean, it made sense for a ghoul to get a job at a ghoul safe space. He probably wouldn't even need an interview. But there was volleyball, so that was a complication. So, suppose ya here for your annual Christmas special? Would we be here for anything else? Could be here to see my beautiful face. No. Why are you so mean to me? Emila grabbed Yamaguchi by the shoulder, shaking him rapidly. That Tsukishima kid is a bad influence on ya. You haven't even met him. Which is exactly why you should bring him here. In fact, you should bring all your teammates here. They gotta get my approval. Who knew you were so old-fashioned? I'm more with the times than you. I don't think anyone who is with the times would phrase it that way. Shut up. Emila gave Yamaguchi a punch to the side. Ow. That hurt. You'll be fine. Tadashi. Are you two done? Yamaguchi and Emila looked over to Hoshi, who held a box in her hands. Oh. Yeah. I think so. See ya later, Freckles. Stop calling me that. No. Yamaguchi stuck his tongue out at Emila as he walked with his mom out the door. The two were maybe 3 meters away when Hoshi spoke up. So, the Hieroness asked me something really weird today. Oh? What did they say? They were wondering how we weren't starving. They said you didn't pick up the food the other week. Yamaguchi froze. Oh fuck. Oh no. What did you do to Dashi? Yamaguchi froze in his spot, looking anywhere but Hoshi. She sighed. Tadashi. Who was it? Some random guy. I checked the wallet. There were no family photos nor a business card. They were dressed really bad too. Was Setsuzoku closed? Yes. Next time, wait. I don't want you to do that ever again. Yes, Mom. I understand why you had to do it. I'm not mad or disappointed or anything. Yet. They walked in silence, a comfortable silence, until they made it to the train. They went home, having light-hearted conversations, forgetting about what they just talked about. They made it home, having their meal, and went to bed. Yamaguchi couldn't sleep, thinking about the conversation he had earlier, guilt biting at him. He, having nothing better to do, decided to take a walk. He brought a disposable mask with him, just in case, his real mask being too clunky. It was snowing. Nothing too heavy. Just a nice, calming snowfall. As he was walking, he lost track of time and how far he had walked. He heard some sounds of struggle. The anxiety was eating him alive. He put on his mask, running towards the noise. He found himself in a foresty area. How did he end up here? As he arrived on the scene, he saw two ghouls, fighting. The moon was pretty bright, some lights from the not-so-distant streets shining through. He had no clue what they were fighting about. Probably a turf war. He really should have brought his good mask, huh? Oi. Stop. The two ghouls didn't stop. Yamaguchi cursed under his breath, summoning his Kagun. He really shouldn't have joined the fight. He did his best to stop the fight, getting beat in the process. The fight was going on for a little long while he didn't even hear the rapid footsteps crunching on the snow. Yamaguchi was thrown against a tree. The footsteps were getting closer. He shakily got up, his Kagun approaching the two ghouls. The footsteps stopped. His Kagun launched forward, but the two other ghouls were long gone. He hadn't noticed. Yamaguchi? Yamaguchi froze. He recognized that voice. He turned around. Even in the slight dark, he recognized the tangerine-esque hair. The snow was falling heavier now. Thanks for watching. It's info time now. Information for sub special. First, thank you for 200 plus subs. That really means a lot. In light of this, I wanna do a sub special. It could be a texting vid or an animatic. You decide. I've already gotten some requests for texting vids, but those would be like an overarching series and I wanna do a one-shot. Or a series that can just go with the flow and be done easily. Like boyfriend challenges or something. For an animatic, I could do pretty much anything. It can be Ghoul Yams related or something else. Up for you guys to decide. I'll leave a link to a form below so that I can see these. Or you can just comment them. I don't care. Thanks again for the 200 plus subs. Information for the Ghoul Yams series. So, I want this series to have a romantic end. The series isn't really romance-centered, so it's gonna be a minor subplot. There's a lot of love interests for Yams, and seeing as I'm a multi-shipper, I'm pretty much open to anything. As long as it isn't illegal. So, I'll link a form where you can vote for a character. You can vote for multiple if you want. Please, just nothing illegal. And no ship wars. Any hate will be deleted. Ship wars have no place here. Thank you again for watching. Have a great rest of your day.